So
So yeah, for the 50-22 you hit, what did you see that like made you wanna send that?
yeah, I think we got they overthrow the line out, their line out. We caught it, and then it was on the right hand side. So I was coming from like basically right behind, called it like to come behind the forwards, and I was looking far side, and they had that covered. So I pulled it back. So I was just outside the 15-meter, and I looked, scanned left. That space was covered already, and they had obviously the defense was up, but there was no one dropped on the right hand side. So
Okay.
I just kind of straight over bounced out nicely.
So
It,
you were aware that number one, like with you guys winning the turnover, like winning the line out, that they were going to be out of position. So your immediate thought was to look at the corners.
yeah, well, there's like I guess just three kind of options there. So like kick left, kick right, or it's like a football read, I guess.
Yeah.
From like the first read is look for space in the back left because that's usually where you'd find it. If that's not on, then you're looking for space out wide to play hands. Usually that's what I look for on turnover ball, or
Yeah.
just that first pod, and then like deciding. But the ball's so slow, you got so much time to like process all of this. And those were kind of like both covered. So then that last read was like to the right, just had like a scan there, and it was on. So
So you had said like from turnover ball, if it's a right-handed line out, is it their right or your right?
I'll right there, left hand side.
Okay, so which would mean if they're stacked in their line, you're saying that the first read is that far left. Wouldn't there be like a fullback and a wing back there?
Yeah. So I mean, but usually on turn like they'd rush up to come be the defense. I guess they're
Okay.
probably their fullback that stays back there, but sometimes they'd come up like that. So my first read is like out to that left hand side to see if there's kicking space or like passing space to go wide,
Yeah.
and then probably that second kind of is to just look over to the right, just scan it.
Okay. I get what you're
But
saying with that then, because if they stayed, well, it sounds like they stayed back. They didn't recognize that they needed to come up immediately, being club players.
yeah,
So the kick wasn't on, but like a good defense would immediately take that space, which means the space is in behind them.
yeah, true. The space probably is probably most likely actually now I think of it to the side where the lineup was. Because
Yeah, because you'd really only have the nine back there, wouldn't you?
yeah, no, yeah,
Okay, so with that in mind, would do you think it would be more efficient for that to be your first read?
probably, yeah,
Because I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. Like, and at the same time, like you got to know your personnel. Because some of the guys that I played with,
that's the thing as well.
you what?
Like at the halfway line, I'd want to have a go first. I mean, obviously 50-22 is really nice, but sometimes you want to just have the ball in your hands in case there's like they have counter attack or your defense kick chase is normally like a little bit bad at this level as well.
Yeah,
That probably is a good first read. See if that space is there, and then if not, then you can go look for hands or fucking put up a bomb or whatever.
yeah. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Just talking it out. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Because yeah, if unless like, because the only people I would imagine that would be there from that line out is either like a blindside wing or the nine. And I would assume either of them are probably going to rotate middle anyways, because
Yeah,
I think they would expect first option would be shift the ball away, like shift the ball wide.
mm,
But I don't know, that maybe that's just kind of my thought on all that. Um, but no, now yeah, just talking through that, like that's clicking with for me too, because I don't think that's something I've even considered.
yeah. I've also been thinking about something else. It's like we can ask it tomorrow.